When you think about servers in a restaurant, what do you think about? Do you think about last Saturday whenever your server gave you great service but forgot your extra side of ranch? Or do you think about the time whenever your server gave you hash browns instead of home fries? Or do you think about the time whenever your food was taking too long and you took it out on your server? All of these instances have probably happened to us at least once, and I can even say that for myself, and I am a server who has made thousands of mistakes at work. But do you genuinely understand the difficulty of being a server? Because quite truthfully, being a server is like opening a box of chocolates, because you never know what you're going to get in a shift. And that's the beauty of being a server, is that you never know how much you're going to make in a night either. There are times whenever I want to quit right then and there, but what is the actual toll taken on mental and physical health? Personally, my body is just sore whenever I get done with my shift because I was standing for a long period of time. Mentally, it's hard to put your finger on what it does mentally. I know servers who have mental problems and often resort to the not-so-good stress relievers such as tobacco and alcohol. Some people have mental health problems that progressively get worse the more that they stay in the restaurant business. With other jobs, it's easier to hide your mental health illness. This is because whenever you're just thrown on the floor in a restaurant, you have to put on your smile and you hide everything. Mental health is actually linked to service jobs that have unpredictable wages and lack of control. Statistically, heart and stroke conditions are actually prevalent in high-stress environments such as serving. This may turn some people away from the job, but there are actually people who have no choice and keep working despite the detrimental effects. The other issue that comes along with the job is dealing with customers in general. There are instances where I have given completely fine service to somebody and they still tip nothing. It's hard knowing that you did well, but the payoff doesn't show. People lack the ability to understand that we are just the people serving the food and we didn't cook it. Although I do have this strong belief that it's something that you don't understand until you experience it, and you won't until you step into my shoes for a shift. And the other aspect of serving that is not as glamorous is dealing with your coworkers. It is the drama that affects your performance. Even though I'm in high school, sometimes my shift feels like I've been transported back to middle school because of the pettiness and the drama. People always seem to have a problem with a certain task that you try to get done. Working as a team was something I discovered to be essential whenever I started working in a restaurant. If you don't work as a team, then nothing is going to get done. And quite honestly, you're going to be there longer, the more that you just goof off or refuse to do something. To many people's surprise, not all employees are treated equally in the service industry. A 2011 study published by the Journal of Labor Research found that women servers are held to a higher standard than men who work in the service industry. It showed women whose service is rated as exceptional earn equivalent tips to men. It is just a plain fact that when you treat your employees equally, there is less of a turnover rate. However, treating employees fairly versus equally is two different things. If someone goes above and beyond while someone else just meets the status quo, they should not be treated the same. Servers also have their annoying pet peeves. These range from small to large annoyances. A small pet peeve may be when a customer needs a refill and shakes their glass in your face. A larger and more annoying pet peeve might be that somebody stays after close and you have to wait for them to leave so that you can leave. Even though this may seem like complaining, these examples are common courtesy that should be practiced all the time. A common overlooked feature about servers is that we're not only waiting tables. We have other roles around the restaurant that benefit the restaurant, but also keep it standing during busy hours. We have to roll silverware, restock, and clean just about every surface on the server line, all while waiting hand and foot on our customers. Therefore, serving has its bad sides. However, there are times whenever it concludes to be a nice job. Being able to give somebody a full stomach and contribute to their day is something that I will never get tired of. Meeting with regulars is also a really fun aspect of the job. The job could not be described as peachy all the time because of certain parts. Thus, I challenge you to flash your next server a smile or lay down an extra $1. You have to think it's just food that we're dealing with and it's nothing big. After all, you can't assume that your server is Superman.